Hello everyone. Today we are going to be talking about another dream that I had. This one is a little bit different. There was more to the dream, but the part that feels relevant and the part that I remember the most vividly was let me get specific. I'm going to visualize it. So I was walking. It was really dark, kind of dark, and there was on the ground at my feet this blue and black butterfly, and it was obviously dead because it was on the ground. And I remember thinking that I was bummed out. I was obviously bummed out. I don't like to see dead anything anywhere, and I know that that's just a part of life, is that things are going to die, but still, especially butterflies because they're so pretty. But I was standing there and I was looking down at the butterfly, and something told me to keep walking. So I did, and I kept walking, and from behind me, this yellow butterfly flew around me, and then continued on the path that I was walking on, like ahead of me. And again, this was just a small part of the larger dream. But let's dig into the symbolism here. So blue and black butterflies are often, in certain cultures, considered an omen of death and loss, and like they're mourning. They're a sign of mourning. And of course, butterflies themselves are symbolic of transformation, growth, and very much the spiritual journey in and of itself. Like, a lot of people associate that with butterflies with the spiritual journey. And then we have a yellow butterfly. The color yellow is associated with the solar plexus chakra and, positive feelings and, joy. I actually looked it up, and yellow butterflies are associated with the goddess Saraswati, and she is basically considered the muse of the goddesses. She's the goddess of creativity, music. So that coming up is very interesting. And around the time that I had this dream, I was wearing this hoodie that I bought, and it had a tag on the pocket that said Brahma. And it sounded familiar. Like, I knew that it was something, but I didn't know what exactly it was related to. And so I looked that up. Brahma is the god who is actually married to Saraswati. Obviously, for me personally, this dream felt like a sign that one aspect or leg of my spiritual journey was ending, and I was moving on to something else. And like I said, the fact that it was a black and blue butterfly kind of symbolizes that to me, that I have been creating from a place of pain and hurt and trying to alchemize the situations in which I found myself. And I feel like I'm kind of coming to the end of healing all of that. And I think that is why I'm feeling the influence of Saraswati. It's almost like an invitation to create from a higher place, an invitation to take a different approach to things. It's almost like the Eight of Cups card in tarot. Eight of Cups can sometimes lean towards being a negative card, but it because of the imagery it usually has, it's a darker card. And in one deck that I have, it's just it's 8 broken glasses, like 8 cups broken on the ground. And so, but the energy is actually more of a positive one because it's you walking away from those broken cups. It's saying you're leaving behind the negativity. And I feel like very much that's where I am at this point. I don't want to say that I'm completely healed, but I have gone as far as I can in my hermit state, my extreme hermit state. And of course, the symbol of me walking along this path and stopping on the path when I'm confronted with the ending of something that feels very familiar to me, and sort of an ending of the only path that I've known. This is my spiritual journey started because I needed to heal. And so most of the work that I've done, or pretty much all the work that I've done, has been healing. And now I'm stepping into a new approach, a new well of inspiration to draw from, where I'm actually not just alchemizing pain, I'm building foundations of joy to create from. Yeah. This point actually brings to mind the question of, when do you pause or step away or stop the healing process? When do you give yourself a break? God, I'm sweating. What else is new? That's pretty much where I'm sitting, is in that place of not being sure if I've done enough, but also kind of being burnt out on everything. I'm going to say I was really dedicated to the healing process for the last 4 years. And it feels like, I've done a lot. It's not something easy to just to move beyond things that other people have done and basically rebuild yourself from nothing, And after spending 4 years consistently without actually taking a conscious pause in the work, you don't want to leave things undone, especially for me. I'm a do it till it's done kind of person. And so for me to just be aware that there's still things I need to work on and not doing it feels very weird for me. But I also understand that I can't possibly expect to consistently just always be working on myself. And I think that was also part of the dream, was like a sort of nudge in the direction of, you don't have to constantly work on yourself. You can take a break. You can, leave that behind and move on to something else, move on to lighter things, and actually live and enjoy yourself. I think I've spoken on it before in another video. But yeah, there's all that energy. So just internally know that it's time for me to put the hammer down. Put the hammer down and let myself and just go for a walk, or focus on making myself really good meals. I haven't cooked as often as I would have liked. I've been kind of trying to do that more. So yeah, that's definitely the energy of that dream. It was kind of me saying, or the universe or my higher self or whoever is watching out for me, because someone's always watching out for me. Just say, give yourself a break. No one else is going to give you a break. You might as well give yourself one, And speaking of giving breaks, that's something else that came up for me around that time dealing with the dream, was extending grace to other people. We're all working on ourselves, and it is a perpetual, ongoing project. And everyone isn't going to be as dedicated to the cause. And some people aren't working on themselves at all. But I looked it up. I got curious about it, what it means to give someone grace. And it literally, hold on. I have a bag. My notes are here somewhere. Hold on. So I looked it up, and one of the definitions that came up for giving someone grace is giving them kindness, forgiveness, and understanding, even when they are not deserving of it. Let people be who they are, and just don't hold it against them. Try your best not to. If you're a fixed sign, really give it your all. My fixed sign folks, y'all love a grudge, but for your own sake, just let them be dumb, let them be inconsiderate, let them be closed-minded, and you just move on and chase your own happiness, okay? And that's what giving grace really means. And again, that probably came up because I needed to give myself some grace. And not that I'm undeserving of kindness, forgiveness, compassion, and all of those things. Maybe I don't always believe that I am. Maybe there is a small, tiny speck that exists inside me that says I don't deserve it. And maybe that's why I don't give myself breaks. But we're working on it. I like me a lot more now than I used to. I'll say that. And that wasn't easy. It didn't happen overnight. That was a hard won energy. Was there anything else that came up for me? I don't think so. No, I think that was it. We'll keep this one shorter than the other one, I guess. Not that much shorter, but I will have a meditation on grace. And there will be like a PDF version and an audio version that you can purchase from Gumroad. I have to say thank you if you watch this. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, throw your girl a like. And if you would like to see more weird things that come from my brain, please subscribe. I still feel weird saying that it's only the second time. We'll see how it goes. We'll get there. Give me a little grace on that, okay? Anyway, I'm gonna end here and say thank you, thank you, thank you for sitting with me. I hope that you have a good rest of your day and that you are well.